Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed building video. So in today's video I'm going to be building this, I don't know if you class it as a mansion, it's just a really big house in Brindleton Bay, and I actually started building this about a month ago. It was before StrangerVille came out, and then StrangerVille came out and I kind of focused on that for a little while, and then I just didn't really come back to it, and I'm only just coming back to it now. And yeah, so this house is set in Brindleton Bay. It's currently on the 64 by 64 lot in Brindleton Bay, but when I was building this, I didn't actually know how big I was going to make the house, so I kind of went on the biggest lot available in the world. And then I kind of realised that it was a bit too big a lot, so I did actually switch it up to the, I think it's a 40 by 40 or a 50 by 50 lot in Brindleton Bay as well. It's the one where when you go into Brindleton Bay, there's a pre-made family that live there, and they've got a blue Shar-Pei. I don't know the name of the family, I just know them by the dog. It's built on that lot in the end. I do actually switch it over in a minute. But yeah, I just didn't feel like this lot, I mean, I could have landscaped it, but I kind of feel like I want to build something else on this lot, and this house is for my save file. I know I could just build something else in this lot anyway, but I kind of want to focus on my save file for a little bit. I've been speaking about this for quite a while, because I've got quite a long way to go before it's finished, so I'm trying to focus on that. And so I kind of wanted to build something that I could use in my save file, and something that I was really happy with. And I do absolutely love the exterior of this house. I can't say that I love the interior yet, because I haven't done it. Hopefully I'll have that out by the end of this week. So I'm aiming for this to go up today on Wednesday. I'm recording this on Wednesday. I actually finished the landscaping today. I actually came back to it last night, and I was looking at it, and this is when it was still on the 64 by 64 lot, and I was just thinking, this is not going to work, like it's way too big to landscape it. So I did a little bit of landscaping last night, and this morning I woke up at 6:45 and finished it off, which I know is a crazy amount of time, but today I'm kind of trying to focus on getting this finished. So I was kind of going to go and plan and do the landscaping, and then after I've done this video I am actually going to go in and furnish it, which I'm really happy with, because I actually prefer furnishing houses than I do creating like the actual house. I just love furnishing, but that will be up either on Friday, because where I've got a lot of time off uni at the minute, which is great, I actually have some more time. So I'm going to be doing like 3 uploads a week at least, I kind of think. I don't know, I said in the last video I'm not going to promise anything, but the way it's going, I'm kind of looking at 3 times a week, so still on Wednesdays and Sundays, and just like an extra one on Fridays. So hopefully the interior of this build will be up on Friday, and if it's not up on Friday, it will definitely be up on Sunday. So if you're watching this in the future or whatever, and it's past the 15th or the 17th of March 2019, there will probably be a link in the description. I'll probably come back, so you don't have to like search for my channel and go and find it yourself or anything like that. But yeah, so this house is built in Brindleton Bay, like I mentioned. I don't actually know how many bedrooms it's got. I mean, I've already actually done the floor plan, and I don't know whether to include the floor plan in the furnished video or not. I actually put it into this video, but it made the video like 30 minutes. So I cut like 4 minutes down, because without the screenshots currently it's sitting at 26 minutes. And I don't like doing big videos, because I feel like people will get bored, and I don't know, that's why I don't really ever do big mansion builds, because I am a slow builder. I'm really slow at building, and so doing mansions takes me a while. This is why it's taken me like a month to do this one. I mean, I haven't been continuously doing it, but I do take my time when I'm building mansions. I take my time with building anyway. I just like everything to be in its place, and for it to be perfect. Well, not perfect, but try and make it as perfect as I can. And yeah, I'm a very slow builder. But yeah, so I don't actually know how many bedrooms it's got. I think it might have like 5 or 6. I'm not completely sure. The build details will probably be in the description box in this video. Like I said, I am going to go in after I've recorded this voiceover and actually furnish it, which I'm excited about, and then I'll kind of know from then how many bedrooms it's got. But I'm going to go with like 5 or 6 for today, because I don't know the actual accurate number, but it's a big house. Or it's a big house for me, because if you're familiar with my channel, I build kind of nice little starter houses or cute little apartments or stuff like that. I don't really ever tend to do big houses because I'm a very slow person at building, but it's fine. But yeah, as you can see, I'm doing the kind of the structure of the house, and this took me a while to do. And the reason why this video is so long is I didn't want to cut any of this out. I feel like when you watch someone do a speed build, you kind of want to see every single kind of process, or I kind of do in my personal opinion. And I mean, I know it's okay to cut some out sometimes, but I wanted you to kind of see how I was kind of going through my thought process whilst I was going through it and all that kind of stuff. And I spent about, I think, 10 minutes just doing the actual structure of the build, like doing the walls and the roof and all that kind of stuff. So I spent quite a long time doing it, but I wanted to keep it in just so you can kind of see how I did it and how I went around it and all that kind of stuff. I did actually find a picture of a house on Pinterest which I took inspiration from. I took inspiration from it from like the kind of tower thing at the front. I took inspiration from that, and then the other, I kind of like the rest of the house, I kind of just went with what I thought looked good kind of thing. So it really did take me quite some time to do this, but I do actually really like the exterior of this build, and I can't wait to furnish it. And I'm just really excited because I never ever build big houses like this. I've done mansions before on my channel, but they're kind of like modern mansions. This is kind of like, I think it's called Cape Cod. Is that the right term? Am I being like, is that right? I don't know. I see people talk about these kind of builds, you know, like with the curved roofs and like the little, like kind of beachy kind of thing, and everyone kind of calls them Cape Cod houses or mansions. So yeah, I haven't actually done one of these on my channel yet, I don't think. So it's exciting, it's something new. I always like having new content. I always like just uploading a video and you never really know what's going to come. I always like doing that. And I mean, I know I am really late with the whole Brindleton Bay kind of thing, but I don't know, I really enjoyed this house and I just can't wait to get furnishing and all that kind of stuff. But moving on from that, as this is quite a long video and I don't really know how to speak about roofs and walls for half an hour, I decided that I was actually going to answer some questions. They're not actually like questions, it's kind of like a tag kind of thing. So I saw this on Twitter in, I think it was like November or December time last year, and I wanted to do it, but I kind of just forgot about it, and I decided, you know what, I'm just going to answer it in this video because I don't actually know how to speak about walls and windows and all that kind of stuff for half an hour. So yeah, so this is the 30-day Sims challenge, and there's 30 days. You're meant to answer it like one each day. I think it was maybe for like Christmas time, like maybe like an advent calendar kind of thing, but not chocolate, just kind of like questions. I'm not sure. It's a really cool idea. But yeah, so the first question is the first Sims game you played, and I actually started playing The Sims in Sims 2, and I don't think I played The Sims 1. I mean, I might have. I actually got into The Sims because I am one of 4, so I've got 2 older brothers and an older sister, and my older brother and sister would play it. They had this, like the original Sims. I actually have them somewhere because I got given them. I don't remember playing it though, so I can't class myself as been playing The Sims since The Sims 1. I've been playing since The Sims 2 though, so The Sims 2 was the first Sims game I ever played, and I absolutely love it. It is the OG. It's my favourite game. I still think it's better than The Sims 4, but I think it's because I spent my childhood on that game, so I think that's why I love it so much, because I literally grew up with it. I just absolutely love The Sims 2. Number 2 is your favourite expansion pack. I don't know if this is talking about The Sims 4 or The Sims in general, like all of them. If it was all of them, I would say The Sims 2 Free Time, I think it was. And that game pack was just, it was the best. I absolutely loved that. I think it was the one where you could like have a fixer-upper car, and you could do a pottery class, and well, not a pottery class, you could learn pottery, I believe. I might be remembering this wrong, but I think you could learn pottery. It's been a long time, but that was the best in my opinion, and I just absolutely loved that one. So that is for like in general all of the Sims, but if I was to say The Sims 4, I actually have a hard one picking. I don't know whether to pick Cats and Dogs or Seasons, because I love Seasons. It literally changes every single aspect of your game, and it's just a great expansion pack. But I absolutely love Cats and Dogs. Like, Cats and Dogs is the furniture I always use. I just love Cats and Dogs, so I'm kind of torn between the two. I haven't actually really got a straight up answer for that one. Number 3 is your favourite song that was recorded in Simish. So my favourite song that was recorded in I don't actually know the name or the band. I think it was the Simish version of Lily Allen The Smile for like All in General. That actually, no, I take that back. Do you know what? I actually still listen to this. The Natasha Bedingfield Pocket Full of Sunshine. That one, oh my god, that song, I still listen to it now. I mean, it came out like how many years ago, and I will still actually just go and listen to it, just because I know the song in Simish, but I don't know the song in English. Like, I don't actually know the lyrics in English, but I know it in Simish, because I think that was actually for The Sims 2 Free Time. I think that was the song in the trailer or something like that. But that is probably my favourite. And if I was to say The Sims 4, I don't actually know the band. I think it was The Vamps, maybe, or something like that. 5 Seconds of Summer. So one of them, it came with City Living, I think. That one, I always like that one. Whenever I go onto like the Sims radio station, I don't even know the name of the song, but whenever I go on the Sims radio and like they're listening to music, I always try and find that song. I believe it's in pop or S-pop, I'm not completely sure, but one of them two. But overall, Natasha Bedingfield Pocket Full of Sunshine Simish version, if you haven't heard it, you need to go and listen to it. It's literally the best song ever made, probably better than some like English songs. The next question is your favourite pre-made Sims family. Sims overall, I'm going to say the Pleasant family. Was it the Pleasant family? I think it was the Pleasant family. And in The Sims 4, I don't really have one. I mean, the normal answer will just be like the Goths, but I don't really ever play with them that much. I play with Cassandra because I think she's a cool sim, but I don't actually play with the family overall. Maybe Eliza and Bob Pancakes, because I kind of like their backstory. So I'm going to go for The Sims 4 with Eliza and Bob Pancakes. And then The Sims overall, the Pleasant family. Number 6, an old pack theme that needs to return to The Sims 4. So probably The Sims 2 Free Time, because it was like hobbies, and I saw a thing on Twitter the other day, and someone made like fan art of like the kind of logos and concept art for like new Sims games, and there was like The Sims Farming, The Sims this, The Sims that, and then one of them was The Sims Hobbies, and that is basically what The Sims 2 Free Time was, and we need a pack like that. The next question is a favourite cheat. So I'm going to say the free real estate cheat, because when you're moving a household into a lot, it's just so much easier than having to go into an actual lot, place them down, mother load them, and then move them again. So free real estate is probably my favourite cheat. It's a lifesaver. The next question is a favourite object, furniture from The Sims Build and Buy mode. I don't really have a favourite object. I like a lot of the objects a lot, but I wouldn't say they're my favourite. I'm going to go with the base game plant, which I think is like the second or third cheapest plant you can buy. I use it in pretty much every single one of my builds. The next question is a favourite phone service. So in The Sims 4, I'm going to say the butler service, because it's really cool that we can have butlers. But in The Sims in general, I'm going to say the Sims Chinese takeaway service. That is so good. Like, I remember that in The Sims 2. And when I got The Sims 4, I was so upset that it wasn't like you couldn't do it. You could only order pizza. And I think, do you know what? Everyone's talking about I want updated babies and all that kind of stuff. So do I, but trust me, I want updated babies and all that kind of stuff, because babies are basically objects. But I want some more takeaway options. I want some Italians. I want some Chinese. I want some Indian. I want all the different types of food you can get as takeaway options. Pizza is great, but it's a bit, like sometimes you don't always want pizza. The next question number 10, is favourite food that exists in The Sims. I'm going to go for the Italian meatballs. I always get my Sims to build it because it looks so nice. So it actually is one of them foods that I'm kind of like, oh, I kind of wish I had that. I just really like the look of it. So I'm probably going to say that one. The next question is favourite skill. Maybe the baking skill, actually, because the baking skill is actually really, really cool. You can do a lot with it, and I don't actually play with it that often because a lot of it you have to have the cupcake machine, and that, do you know what, that's one of the things that really annoys me. Why is that cupcake machine so big? It doesn't need to be that big. It can be small. It doesn't need to be that big. So the next question is least favourite skill. I know this one straight away, and it is the singing skill. I absolutely hate that skill, and I'll tell you for why. When my sim goes to a nice little restaurant, she's having a nice little romantic dinner with her boyfriend or whoever, do you know what? There will be a sim somewhere in that restaurant, and they will be singing, and it is the most infuriating thing because you can't get them to shut up. You literally can't unless you, reset them, but then sometimes they just go back to singing. I know that obviously if you put a microphone in, people will come and sing, but I don't put microphones in my restaurants, and they just come and they just sing, and it's so annoying. So that is my least favourite skill, because random sims just start singing, and it's so annoying. The next question is most loved feature in The Sims. I don't know if you class it as a feature, but I just love with The Sims how you can change every single aspect of your sim and make them completely different to another sim. So in The Sims 2 they all basically look the same, but in The Sims 4 they're like, you can change the size of one person's nostrils, and you can change their standing position, and I didn't know this, but I only found this out a few months ago, but you can actually change your sim's posture, and I didn't know this. I mean, everyone else probably knew this, but if you actually go to the back of your sim, there's an arrow, and you can kind of change if they're a really slouchy sim or if they're really up and straight. I didn't know this until a while ago, but I love the way that we can change our sims completely how we want. We can change little tiny things, and especially with mods, you can even go even further with it and just literally change every single part of your sim's body if you would like to. So probably the create a sim aspect of it. The next question is most disliked feature in The Sims. I'm gonna have to say the fact that we don't have open world. That's fine. I'm not too mad about that. I can live with that. But the thing that I really dislike is how when you load into a neighbourhood, you only have say if we load into Willow Creek or something, and you're in your house, you can only go into your house. You can't just knock on your neighbour's door and go visit them and stuff. But if you go into the tab mode, you can freely go and view inside the houses or all the lots in that neighbourhood, which really annoys me because it's they are there, they are loaded, but we just can't go into them, and that's what's really annoying. That really frustrates me. It makes my sims not want to go out and do anything. I would probably take my sim to the park or my sim to the spa or the gym or whatever more often, but I cannot be bothered to go on the loading screen. I mean, it doesn't actually take that long for me to go to the loading screens, but it's just the thought of, I've got to go click somewhere else and I can't control my other sims, and yeah, so that's probably my most disliked feature. The next question is pre-made Sims world you'd love to live in. I'm gonna say Brindleton Bay. I absolutely love Brindleton Bay. I just love the beachy kind of tone it has and the theme. I just absolutely love Brindleton Bay, so I'm going to go with Brindleton Bay. The next question is favourite season. I don't really know about favourite season. I kind of like all of them, but I'm going to say spring, because in spring it rains a lot. So yeah, definitely spring. I wouldn't say summer, because I feel with summer it doesn't really feel like you have seasons in the game, because it just feels like we're going back to the time where we didn't have seasons. And I don't actually tend to play in Oasis Springs or Del Sol Valley, or I don't think StrangerVille has that many seasons as well. But with Oasis Springs, you literally won't notice the difference really in the weather, because you can't get snow in Oasis Springs, and there is mods that do it, but I just kind of wish that we could have it in all of them if we would like. So I'm going to say my favourite season is probably spring, because I love the rain. I love the sound of the rain in The Sims and just in general. So yeah, probably that one. The next question is a feature The Sims never had but you wish it would get. I don't really know about this one. It's kind of a hard one. I'm probably actually going to say I would like a get to work kind of career. Now the ones where you can go to work with them, but as a teacher. I think that would be really cool. I don't know if they had it in The Sims 3. I think I've mentioned this before, but I didn't play The Sims 3 for that long. I played The Sims 2 for pretty much all of its time, and then I played The Sims 3 up until Sims 3 Pets. And then I think it was the horses, which just kind of annoyed me in the game. And then I remember, like, even where I was and stuff, it's really weird. I remember just closing down my laptop one day and just never opening The Sims 3 up again, which is really strange. And I don't know why I disliked, like, the horses so much. Now I would love the horses, but for some reason back then, I think it was the horses, it just kind of annoyed me. So I don't actually know, like, if there was a teaching aspect of it later on in the game, because I stopped playing it at Sims 3 Pets, and then I came back to it when The Sims 4 was released. That's a really strange reason to stop playing The Sims, but I was young, so I don't really know. It was a long time ago anyway now, so yeah, so I'm going to probably say a feature that I'd love to have, which I think it's never had, is probably to be able to teach a class as a teacher. That would be really, really cool. The next question is a favourite death type. Now, I'm not one to kill my Sims off that often. I am a PC-friendly, family-friendly person. I don't know where I was going with that. I try it, and, you know, I'm more about, like, happy life, happy family kind of thing. I am, like, you know, them, like, types of people that play The Sims, and there's, like, that one with the perfect family and the perfect this, and I'm that person. But I'd probably say favourite death type is probably the one where they die from the cold in seasons, and they kind of just go into, like, a freeze and then just drop on the floor. That is probably my favourite. The next question is a favourite life stage. I'm gonna go with teenagers for this one. I don't know really why, but I always tend to play with teenagers more than young adults, so I'll normally just create, like, a little, like, family or whatever, and I'll just play with a teenager. Next question is favourite occult / creature. The Sims in general, I'm going to go with witches, but The Sims 4, I'm going to go with aliens because vampires annoy me. Build and Buy is great. The actual gameplay of it annoys me. Next question is favourite house type. I'm going to go with, like, a suburban house. I always like building suburban houses, and I like playing in suburban houses. I do like building modern houses and playing in modern houses, but I think suburban is just where I feel more comfortable with, and I just prefer suburban, I think. The next question is favourite creator sim asset. I think I kind of already answered this one, so I'm going to leave it. Yeah, I think I already answered this one. The next question is a favourite costume. If we're talking about base game, I'm going to go with the maid one. If we're talking about the one that came with Spooky Day, I'm going to go with the pirate one. I really, really like that one. The next question is favourite career. I kind of like the writer career. I always tend for my Sims to be writers or painters. The next question is favourite business. I'm going to go with the veterinary career that we got with Sims 4 Cats and Dogs. I really like how we can run our own vets and stuff, so probably that one. The next question is an artist that should record in a song in Simish. I don't know why, but for some reason I thought of Cardi B just then. I'm not actually a massive fan of her, but I think that'd be quite funny if Cardi B would record a song in Simish. But probably someone like Ariana Grande. I really, really like Ariana Grande. I haven't actually listened to her new music as much, but I do actually really, really like her. The next question is a brand that needs to, I think that says collab, I can't really read it, with The Sims. I'm going to say IKEA, because they've already done that pack and they did it in The Sims 2. So yes, that was a long time ago, and I absolutely loved that pack and I love playing with it. So I'm going to go with IKEA. The next question is a favourite stuff pack. Laundry Day, hands down, don't need any questions about it. The next question is a favourite trailer. I'm going to go for The Sims 4 Seasons. I love that trailer. I've rewatched it a million times. So the favourite trailer of mine is The Sims 4 Seasons. The next and last question is a favourite Sim Guru, and I'm just going to have to go with Sim Guru Kate. I absolutely love her. She's so lovely and she's always just so nice and warm and welcoming. I know there has been a little bit of controversy recently in the Sims community, but I just still, she's my favourite Sim Guru. I just really, really like her, and she's always just so nice. So I'm going to go with Sim Guru Kate. And also, side note, I do actually really like Sim Guru Grant because his replies on Twitter are so sassy. But yeah, so that was the end of the 30-day challenge tag, and I do actually apologise if you can hear something in the background. Got to the very end and there's now building works on the road that I live on, so that's great, we love that. Hopefully you can't hear it too much, but yeah, we kind of skipped over, or yeah, we did actually skip over the entire kind of back garden kind of thing. So if you kind of missed it, there is actually like a pool, a basketball hoop. There's a lot to do in the garden. I don't want your Sims to live in this big house and there not to be a lot to do. So there's quite a lot. There's like a little barbecue area, pool, flower arranging table, basketball hoop, swing set, and there's actually some garden planters which your Sims can like grow their own fruit and vegetables and flowers and stuff in here as well. And so yeah, so I'm just doing this little pond now, and I rarely build these kind of ponds. I just don't really tend to do them. I don't really know why. It's probably because I don't feel very confident in doing them. I feel like I can't make them look realistic. I just kind of made a weird shape and then put loads of flowers around it and hoped for the best. I actually don't mind the way it turned out. For my first attempt, I think this is my first attempt, I don't think I did too bad. I kind of like it though. It's quite cute. I put some little lily pads in as well just to give it more of a pond effect, and I actually added this frog statue which I've never seen in the game before. Kind of wish it came in like a cream or brown swatch though, so it would blend in a little bit better with the pond, but it's okay. I'm fine with it. I'm not bad. But yeah, so we're now getting to the end of this video. If you guys want to watch the second part of this video, it will be in the link in the description if it's been uploaded since then. But if not, then you can just check on my channel on either Friday or Sunday. I'm not sure which day it's going up, and it will be up. But as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching me build this kind of exterior of this house. And as always, if you do like my content, then please subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in my next speed building video. Bye guys.